Hello, everyone. So I decided to try something new today. We'll see how it works out because I'm recording actually from the birthday gift, I guess, I got myself. My birthday is next week, next Tuesday to be exact, the 15th. And I decided to use some credit I had saved up to get myself a Chromebook. I used to have something similar back in the day, but I ended up not using as much as I wanted to because it wasn't as big as I wanted. It was a small one. I wish I'd brought it over here, but it's a smaller one. I think it's about like maybe like 8 inches. It's like that. Um, I don't know. It wasn't a good fit, and then I kind of lost that thread. Basically, I didn't look into replacing it or anything like that until this year, actually, when I was noticing that a lot of writers, they didn't have full laptops, they had Chromebooks. And I realized how much sense that makes because I mean, laptops aren't like the most expensive thing in the world right now, PC laptops, but at the same time, like if you just need it for writing and that's all you want to use it for, it's better to get something that is very simple versus like a high powered laptop that will make you want to do other things besides write. So I'm hoping this works out, and I'm hoping to take this places like to a coffee shop or a library or something so I can write outside of my house. It's something that I see suggested a lot. So I want to give it a try because I really haven't. And yeah, so this is what we're trying today. We'll see how this works out. I don't have too much of an update, but I did mention some things in my last video that, last couple videos, I guess, that I have an update on. And I also have one dull update that like surprised me. I don't know why it would surprise anyone else, but it surprised me. And that is, I decided out of nowhere, you'll have to excuse the fact that he is naked and in the middle of getting a wig cap. But this is my Lyria boy. I wiped his face. I just out of nowhere, I was sitting right here on the couch, actually, and I was like, I want to redo him. He needs to look like this. So I have started the long, well, it will only be a long journey because of the wig. Um, I probably could find something similar for what I wanted for the wig, but at the same time, I kind of want to make it myself. I don't know why I do, but I do. And he's getting a new face up. I had actually liked his last face up, but I did that face up based on him having red hair, and then it turns out he didn't have red hair at all. Like I had red hair on him briefly, and then just abandoned it because I wanted him to have a synthetic wig, and then I got this wig from my friend Maria, who like the wig fit him and looked great on him, and I loved it, but the face up started not to match, and then I started getting like more and more irked until I guess I got fed up and just wiped it and decided to make him look like new. And I hope I do him justice. Like the Lyria sculpt is so friggin' cute. He has no story though. Even I know that. But I'm glad to have him around, especially since he's actually one of the actual limited sculpts. I think. Like I don't think you can buy Illyria unless you get one second hand. But I could be wrong about that. But I adore him, and I hope to have him to how he looks in my head. I'm also planning to redo my Doll Zone. Jesus. Zoe? It's either Zoe or Ro. I think it's Zoe, but I always get confused. And it was so much easier when was it was it Denali Wind who had the other? So like it was so much easier to remember which one I had because I know they almost look identical. That's the problem. But anyway, I'm gonna redo him as well because I think since these are two dolls with no stories, like his storyline got completely torn from him because Bellevue was like, I don't have a boyfriend. Like, like, and she tried to make me feel like I was crazy. I'm like, what? I got him for you. But yeah, she does. Her boyfriend's not alive, so uh, he has no storyline or nothing to do. Wait a minute. Yes. I just had a big brain fart. So sorry. Anyway, he has no storyline. So I think I'm going to redo him to more match his wig because I really love the wig color on him. And I kind of want to do something like fancy ish with his face up that I usually don't do. We shall see how that goes. Other than that, I don't have any other doll news. I did, though, want to show that I did get that Ita bag I was talking about. And it's this one. It's from Cole. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's like Cole. It's like Colle, something like that. And I adore it so far. It's got little wings and it's a double bag. So it'll go, it should fit perfectly with my Devilman Crybaby theme. I just was able to pick this up at the post office yesterday. So it's going to take me a minute to get it together because I don't know if you, there's, I can see people going, I don't care. But you know what? I'm going to say anyway. The best way to do this when it comes to certain bags is to make an insert. This is actually an insert in this bag, so you can actually, it may destroy the world, but I have to take this out anyway. You can actually take this whole thing out. Now the point of this in taking this out is that you can replace it with anything you want, for starters, and also you're not putting holes in the actual bag, because that just, I mean, it's not like you can't do that, because I did that with my little pouch here. This is my part of my Devilman Crybaby spillover, as I like to call it. With this one, I just went into the bag because I was impatient and didn't want to make an insert. I kind of regret it though, because yeah, it leaves holes and it looks kind of janky depending. But this way I can take this whole thing out and I can replace it, or I can put this in another bag. This might be able to fit. I'm going to see. Why not? I mean, we're here together. I don't have much of an update, so why not try it? I also, speaking of my birthday, because there was a couple people, not like a ton. Oh my God, I think it fits. Oh, it's not perfect though. It's not. But I think it fits. Oh my God, it does. Ta-da! It fits. The only thing is that it's not a curve because it didn't matter in the heart bag. So I kind of cut this a little weird, but oh, look, it fits. I almost want to keep it in there, but we'll see. We'll see. See. Cute. But this isn't the background fabric I'm going to use. I'm going to use some new fabric I got a while back that's like galaxy themed. And hopefully I have some left over to make some doll clothes. I'm hoping. Because you don't really need a lot of fabric to do the insert if you do it a certain way. So, it looks cute in there. Anyway, there's a couple people who have like shown interest in like my traveler's notebook, which I have and whatnot. It's right here. And like my planner stuff and whatnot. So here's my Foxy Fix as it is. So I'm enjoying the traveler's notebook, but what's so funny is I feel like really, really silly about this because but I realized what happened and why I went down the traveler's notebook path versus going back to the Erin Condren. I really actually love the Erin Condren planner to the point where I actually had a coupon and had some other credit because, like, I'm broke. I had some other credit that I had for that. I had credits on the site. I had a whole bunch of things all accumulating in order for me to get another Erin Condren, which I did get. And I can't use it till July, but I went ahead and got it because as much as I love this Traveler's Notebook, it's just not working the way I would like it to for my planning. When it comes to everything else, it's working it's working pretty well. I mean, I have stuff to write, stuff on my mind, lists, at random game notes that I really need to keep. Like if you play Mystic Messenger, I mean, my God. But the two sections I'm having a problem with is the actual planning part, and that is a problem. It's a problem for the planning part of this whole thing to not be going well, because that's what I need the most. Because I can put notes in anything, in any notebook, and any note page on a scrap piece of paper. It's nice to have it all in one place, of course. Like, it's absolutely lovely to have it all in one place, especially for my stories. I don't have to go like searching and where did I write this thing or that thing. But if the planning part, where I need to remember what to do or think of things to do and make lists, etc., like lists of to-do lists, not like my anime to watch list, which is in the back. If that part is not going well, then this becomes a glorified, just regular notebook. It doesn't become a planner slash list slash writing extravaganza. So yeah, I decided to, after I the Erin Condren actually does not start till July, so I'm going to use this until July, or actually till the last month in June. And then I'm going to set up the Erin Condren to work for me and hopefully incorporate most of what I have in here. Whatever doesn't get incorporated into the planner, I'm going to incorporate into the notebooks I got from IKEA, which I am in love with because they're super thin and just fun to write on. I like not having lines in my notebooks now. I used to need college ruled lines. Now I need 0 lines, and it weirds me out. But if you want, if you haven't clicked away yet, I can show you the planner because it did arrive already. I was surprised, and I got coupons to get something else from here, and I'm like, oh my God, stop giving me coupons. That's what makes this a more affordable purchase than what it is. So let me reopen this because I went ahead and packed it back away because, like, what do I need to do with it for like several months except look at it longingly. So I got a couple of extra covers. I still have my covers from my last Erin Condren, which I just mentioned this, but then I went into the Traveler's Notebook thing. But I realized why I went into Traveler's Notebooks, and it's because, unfortunately, when I was like really into my Erin Condren, like really into planning and especially like pretty planning and putting down notes and keeping track of movies, I was super into it in the Erin Condren. But the reason why I strayed from it is because it held some bad memories for me that I don't particularly like looking at. I went through it the other day because I wanted to see and I had to put poor Jolie down. And I thought that was the one, it's actually my happy planner that has this, but I also thought that was the one that had Murphy's birthday in it because I want to see how old he is. I think he's almost 2 or he's turning 2. I'm not sure. So I wanted to check on that. But as I was going through it, you could see exactly when like shit hit the fan in my life. And I distanced myself from the whole thing because I just didn't. Looking at that planner was making me upset, and I wanted to go back and fill in stuff, but I couldn't. Like I just couldn't. Going back at that point, I could do it now, but at that point, I just couldn't do it. So I distanced myself from that, and I moved into a traveler's notebook because I don't really like the happy planner as much as I want to. And then it snowballed from there. And I thought it would be a great system, and it is a great system for a lot of what I need, but not everything I need. And it was too frustrating. It's getting too frustrating. So yes. So I got a couple extra covers. I have some already that I need to dig out of the closet, but I got this one, and everything's backwards, but down here it says terrify me. And it is actually, oh God. So I am obsessed, in love with, enamored, and keep reading and listening to the Temptation series by Ella Frank. I love it so much. And this is one of the lines that Logan says, and I love Logan absolutely. So I had to get that one. And then I got this one, which is another line from the story. And it's on hearts, and since it's backwards, this is yes, I love him recklessly and without caution. So yeah, but my main cover, this is the actual planner, says, even though it's backwards, it says Tenacious Tam. Now, Tenacious Tam is the nickname I gave myself for Pokemon Go, and I love it so much. I don't know why I love it so much, but I love the name Tenacious Tam. I feel, and I wanted my main cover to say that because starting with this planner, hopefully starting now, but definitely starting with this planner, I want to like grab life by the throat and like rule over it pretty much. So I was like, I need something on it that like encapsulates that whole idea. And I was like, okay, well, there's my Pokemon Go name, and ta-da, Tenacious Tam. And it's the colorful planner. If you've never seen these before, which you probably have, they look like this on the inside, and something's falling out. And it's just a vertical planner that's colorful. I really, really like the theme of Woven Wonders, which is this year's planner theme. Last year is like something with petals. I missed that one because, again, I was straying from the Erin Condren. But this one, I really enjoyed the Woven Wonders, this whole pattern. I don't know why. I have no idea. It just intrigued me. So the colorful actually has this design throughout in the corner. They also have an option that is neutral that does not have that. It doesn't have anything in the corner. It's just black and white. No colorful anything. It's just all black and white. Very neutral. But my last one, Erin Condren, my last actual Erin Condren was neutral. And I did love it, but I don't know. I wanted something bright. I wanted something bright to look at. I want to look at the tabs and see color. I don't know. It has not been the best of years so far. And to be real with you, I want to, between these two gifts I got myself, with the credit I had sitting around. It was amazing because I had this credit sitting around, and you want to definitely pay stuff off, of course. But I had this sitting around for like something special, something that I was really feeling for. And I couldn't think of anything until one day I was like, okay, I need to get it together. So I'm like, I need to go back to the planner that I did love. I need to go back to it and get my planning life in order, get my house in order. And then also I need to get this Chromebook and write and leave the distractions of my actual computer, because when I get my actual computer, I want to play The Sims. That's all I want to do. And also with this Chromebook, I can write from the couch. I can write in my room. I can write at, well, hopefully the table I'm going to set up specifically for writing. I can write. I'm not tied to that particular area. And also, I'm not enticed by everything that is actually on that computer. One would say, well, just, I don't know, like lock your computer so you can only access this or that. But this also can travel with me outside the house versus that. And I type faster than I write by hand. I prefer it now. So to me, it just made sense. And it was cheap enough that it made more sense. Like both these items were cheap enough with all the credits and coupons and all that, that it made sense for me. So I'm hoping to get Benny's story done. And um, once I get that done, I can finally move on, because I'm starting with his story because I feel out of all the stories, it can be, unless I go too far with it, it can be the most straightforward story I have. So I figure it's best to start with a straightforward story versus a more convoluted one when I haven't finished a story in years. So, yeah, this was a lot of a video. I'm very sorry. I just felt like talking out these things, and I haven't been talking to people lately because it's just been that kind of life. So yeah, I just felt like rambling, and you either listened or you didn't, and I'm glad if you did. So if you're still here, thank you very much. And if you have any like tips and tricks on like writing and stuff, feel free to leave them. I'm having a lot of moments, and I really I really want to get this done this year. It was the only goal I had, and I just feel like I'm failing all over the place. So yeah, I guess that is it for now. Thank you so much if you watched. And I will talk to you later. Bye.